Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to a new week at Market Misfits. We're going to be going over Dogecoin. So we talked about the X platform, formerly Twitter, about the payment systems, being they're about to be activated. So they started an account here. So we're going to take a look at this. The video, this is with Time magazine, actually, and Elon says some pretty I'm surprised that actually he's saying what he said. We're going to take a look at that in just a minute. But let's also take a look at this article from the Crypto Basics. So it's also talking about Dogecoin. So Musk has always been pro Dogecoin. I think it's because he's more for the underdog, no pun intended. But he had joked at one point and said that wouldn't it be funny if a coin like Dogecoin ended up being the number one, being the GOAT basically of the crypto industry. And knowing that guy, he's crazy enough, it and successful enough, everything he does rises. So we could be in for a monumental shift in the market if this plays out. The fact that he got on an interview with Time and mentioned Dogecoin, and we're going to watch that in just a second. Let's get on with this article so that we can take a look at the video. Dogecoin records bullish breakout eyes 15 cents amid uptrend. So this is as Bitcoin, is not making really any ground. So this is purely off of, the speculation that Elon Musk could use Doge for the payments on Twitter or X Twitter. And now it's turning into the everything app. And so Elon Musk, and we talked about this several times, Elon Musk had also stated that wouldn't he mentioned, wouldn't it be funny if Dogecoin became like bigger than Bitcoin and all this, and then he also mentioned that his platform, X, now previously Twitter, would have half the world's value in it or more. It'd either be number one or number two of the largest holdings of any place, not just saying cryptos or fiat currency, but as value. So everything app. So, wouldn't doubt if the XRP ledger is somehow intertwined, or like we talked about XLM, or if there's a place for all three. Who knows? We're just got to wait and see. Let's get into this article and we'll take a look at the charts. The cryptocurrency market continues its bullish price action as the price of Bitcoin rallies past 44,000, with the likes of Dogecoin gaining from the recent price action. So something that I thought was kind of funny and we're going to look at the charts. This does not line up right here. They didn't mention that this was because the speculation of Elon on here. So I don't think, but let's finish the article and we'll take a look. Despite the Bitcoin Fear and Greed index reaching 75% in the last 5 days, overall sentiment in the crypto market is currently positive. A retracement to key support levels is anticipated, providing an opportunity for others. Amid the uptrend, Dogecoin, the firstborn meme coin, has shown a bullish price action as price eyes 15 cents after several weeks of accumulation and consolidation. So that's one of those market cycles that we're talking about in the group at Market Misfits. The past 7 days have been bullish for Dogecoin, which gained over 24% as there's been much interest in buy action around the region of basically 7.5 cents to 8.5 cents. Doge recently broke out of this range with strong bullish price action. So we got our sign of strength, our SOS, up out of here. Dogecoin price analysis on daily time frames. So you can see right here is where they're talking about on this support right here. So we broke up out of there, retraced, and we are setting sail right now. So let's continue on here. Dogecoin has had a tough time during the bear market, seeing a price drop of over 90%. It struggled to gain bullish momentum, leaving bears to dominate its market price. Doge broke out of its downtrend channel to reclaim a price above the 50-day exponential moving average, the 50-day EMA, indicating a shift from bearish to a bullish trend amid a surge above the key resistance of 9.5 cents. With Doge looking strong above 9.5 cents, we could see the price rally to a high region of 15 cents, considering how it's holding above the daily 50% fib retracement with strong buy volume as indicated by its moving average convergence divergence indicator. So again, they're using a confluence of indicators, you guys. So this is key when doing analysis. You don't want to go off of one metric. You want to have several. So it's just noticing that they are doing that here. So something that everyone should practice. So both fundamental and technical. Dogecoin currently trades hands at 10 cents, having recently conquered the 10-cent psychological threshold, so slightly above 10 cents. The asset is up 15% over the last 24 hours with a 91% surge in trade volume to 2,114,600,624. So pretty big number there. So let's take a look over here. Actually, let's go over here. We actually dropped this in the group. You guys, if you're looking for a place to go to get value for free on crypto trading, we're dropping signals in here. We're dropping free signals in here. There's a training course in here. We're dropping articles here before they ever get to YouTube or anywhere else. So, we'll drop a link in the description on YouTube, and then we will drop a link on the public page for Market Misfitz by Trading Success 4X, the public page here on Facebook. So just click the link and come in and check out the guide section and the file section. We have a training course in here, and then also we have other files in the file section, other analysis and tools that help understand what we're talking about here, what we're looking at on this Dogecoin chart. But let's look at this video real quick. Let's give it a listen real fast.
Well, I mean, I could really sort of wax on about the nature of money for hours, because I played a significant role in creating PayPal. And so my understanding of the money system at a fundamental level of how it actually works, the detailed mechanics of it, is, I think, there are very few people that understand it better than me. Bitcoin is an interesting example, obviously the prime mover on this, but the transaction volume of Bitcoin is low, and the cost per transaction is high. It is, at least at its base level, suitable for maybe an exchange, a store of value. But fundamentally, Bitcoin is not a good substitute for transactional currency. Right. And even though it was created as a silly joke, Dogecoin is better suited for transactions.
Why is that?
The total transaction flow that you do with Dogecoin is substantially more than, like, transactions per day is much higher than, has much higher potential than Bitcoin. It is slightly inflationary, but that inflationary number is a fixed number as opposed to a percentage.
Right.
So that means over time, its percentage inflation actually decreases. And that's actually good because it encourages people to spend, and rather than sort of hoard it as a store of value.
Well,
So I don't know what y'all think about that, but I think that that's crazy, given that this just happened with X creating the account for payments, for financial everything on X Twitter. So, and then that video comes out. It's like, okay, how could that be any more perfect of timing? I mean, it's like, how else can you say it strong without saying it? You know what I mean? So that's just again, don't buy or sell anything because we're talking about it or because Elon's talking about it. Do your own research. But as far as what we're looking at here, we cross this resistance, and we are on the 4-hour chart. We are above the 200, we are above the 50, and we're above the 1100. So we had the 1100 moving average for support, and we actually had a death cross here. And we've looked at this Dogecoin chart on the weekly. Let's take a look at the weekly real fast, because this is kind of looking like the XLM, almost like the XLM. So here's a long shot right here, because we were in this consolidating channel. There's a trend that goes right through here on Doge. If I can find it real quick. And we broke up out of that sucker. So just gonna get this adjusted real fast. It was something, change this color. But we had talked about this months ago. So for the most part, we're hugging this. So rejection here, looking at this, go through here, bring this down a bit. So in general, what we try to do, and this is just how we do it, however you draw your zones, trends, just be consistent with it. But try to get a good balance of wicks and bodies, to find a median. So right here we got the bodies. Yeah, we kind of got through some bodies here, but at the same time, we had these wicks on top right past it. So again, this is a roundabout area, but we clearly broke up out of there. And so was previously looking at the possibility of having a third dip. We had taken it down to highlight better this consolidation that had been happening as it was coming back down to this resistance trend that had been under forever. So we had broken out of there. And so there's our sign of strength. For those of you in the group, we've been talking about accumulation periods and, the Wyckoff trading strategy, market cycles, all this stuff. And this is a good this is a good example of that. We'll see if it plays out. If Musk mentions that he's using Dogecoin on X Twitter, and X Twitter is going to be the largest financial service in the world or the runner-up, then you can bet whatever, the farm, your everything, that this market, and I would never say this if the conviction wasn't that strong, but Musk has been in trouble because anytime that he's mentioned Dogecoin, the seconds came after him. So that's just like, and the fact that he mentioned it again, but he did it in an indirect way on a video, on an interview. He probably had that interview set up himself because he wanted to send us a subliminal message. You know what I'm saying? So because before he would do a tweet on his platform, and they were trying to nail him for that. So he does not like the SEC. He wants to make a bank for the people. And what better coin to use than Dogecoin? Is it going to run on the XRP ledger or the XLM ledger? Or are they all going to have a place? I mean, it's literally going to be an everything app, so there's going to need to be probably a pretty diverse payment system intertwined in that. But anyways, you guys, looking for the rest of this shoulder right here to finish and to get a break up here. So we're looking at around a break into 12 cents on the weekly time frame. Let's go out real quick, or actually let's zoom in real fast to the 4-hour and take a look. So here we can see our rejection off of the 1100. This is where we are. We broke this point right here. So this shows cycle complete right here. So because we got this sign of strength, now this doesn't mean, this means this is a higher probability of continuing, but it doesn't mean that it won't come down and fill in these gaps first and then do it. So, but looking at it right now on the hour, and we're going to zoom in on some smaller time frames here, but just be ready for this. So when we mentioned stuff like this, and we just did a post with the AI, the written part with AI, and it kind of pushed the narrative a little far. So, don't ever buy or sell anything just because we're talking about it. Like I said, do your own research, learn to read these price charts. We have a place for that inside of the starting point by TSFX. So, you can learn to read this, learn to read the news, and you can day trade, so you don't have to wait 4 or 5 years to get returns on your cryptos. You can do it in days or minutes, hours. But anyways, you guys, looking at this rejection right here, this previous 4-hour candle, little bearish, even though it was green, just because the size of this wick on top is longer than the one on bottom here. But still, we're hitting that support right here. We have 2 hours and 48 minutes left on this candle. If we get a set close above 8, basically into 9 cents, if we come, not even 9 cents, if we get to 8, 8, 9 up here, if we get a clear breach above this green line and a set, like the candle closes up here, then that'd be a good indication that this could be continuing up. Also, if the Bitcoin sentiment continues to be bullish, or if Bitcoin continues to recover, and then we see this happening on Doge and we don't clear up these gaps, and then if we hear something, I know there's a lot of ifs, but it is what it is. Gotta stay plugged in. That's why we made the group. You guys, so we know that everyone doesn't have time just to sit all day and look at news and look at charts and stuff. So this is why we made this place right here. So that you can come in and get to learn some on cryptos and trading and investing and not have to have any risk involved, because there's a lot of crazy stuff out there. But anyways, you guys, 4 hours looking bullish still, looking at this rejection. So here we are on the hour. On the hour, we'll be looking for an engulfing 8-7. So, and then ultimately right here at 8-8, because what could be happening here is, get the tops of these. We could be forming a triangle right here. But more than a breakout to the top, anybody that's familiar with the channel, ready for a break, will know this, ready for a break below before we're ready for a break for the top. It doesn't mean not prepared for a break to the, through the top of this triangle here. But a lot of times you imagine the liquidity that's down here and down here, tons of liquidity. A lot of people long right now. It's a good possibility we come back down here to the 200, but it's also a good possibility we just pop right up out of here, hit this, and we complete another reaccumulation cycle right here and come back and test this area and come back up to, what they say on the article there, you're saying around 15 cents. So, and that's actually our first target's around 10 cents. And actually we had got in this before when it was way down in the accumulation. And so that's why this first target was already hit. These were not the parameters. So anyways, you guys, just wanted to get on here and take a look at that. This is what we're looking for on the Dogecoin chart. If you have any questions, just reach out and holler, and we will see y'all on the next one. See ya.